Okay, so this video is to help you design a snowflake that you can then take to the makerspace and have it cut out of cardstock. So you want to open up your Illustrator, and this shows up, but you need to tell it what you want. So you say new, and let's call it snowflake template or snowflake idea, whatever you want to do. Make sure it's in inches. So I usually start with a template that's 9 by 9 or 8 by 8. And you can always increase it or shrink it down if you want. Make sure that says inches and then say OK. So this is now an 8 by 8 square. Remember, you're going to print it on cardstock, which is 8.5 by 11. So you can shrink it down and make a couple on the same page, or you can make it bigger. What you need to do is figure out where middle is. So go to View, go all the way down to Rulers, and show your rulers. So remember, I made this 8, so I'm going to go up, grab the ruler, and drag it down so it's even with the 4 on the left margin. And then I'm going to go to the left side, hold my shift down, grab my ruler, and put that on 4. So now I know exactly where the center point is, because one thing about a snowflake is it's symmetrical. It's a 60-degree rotation around a center point. So basically what you want to do is, these are all the drawing tools. So I pretty much use the line segment tool or the polygon tool. So if I start with a line segment, I'm going to drag it down this vertical line, not quite to the bottom, just about to there. Now, if I want to make it a little thicker, go up to the stroke and let's make it 9 points, 10 points, at least so you can see what you're doing. Okay, now the stroke weight doesn't really matter. It's just a stroke. It doesn't show up until later when we change it to outline the path. So the thicker the stroke, then it's going to have an outline that you're going to like. So now you have this vertical line, and that's going to be our center. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that segment tool again, and I'm going to make just a piece that goes off like that. And I'm going to see that piece has already been selected. Okay, if I go up here and it's been selected, I'm going to transform it, which means for my object, I'm going to move it. And remember, my paper, this is 8. So if I go down by an inch, let's get rid of that. We're going to go vertical, and we're going to go 1 inch vertical and hit copy. It'll move it down. And I can do it again. I can transform it again, but let's okay, so it did it in inch each 3 ways. So now if I want those corners to be rounded, okay, so you want to select the segment and go over here to cap. See where I did cap? And it makes it a rounded segment. So I'm going to select the second one down, and I'm going to put a cap on that, and then the third one down. I'm going to put a cap on that. Okay, now I don't like the way they're sticking over here, so I'm just going to pull it up a little bit. Okay, just to pull it up so that I don't have to have that part overlapping. Okay, so now I have these 3 pieces. Okay, so the 3 pieces are now symmetrical, but what I need to do is create some sort of a thing on the top if I want. So let me go to the polygon tool, and let's put a circle at the top. So check ellipse, hold your shift key down, and just drag out a circle, not too big one. Go back up to the arrow and drag it up to the top of your snowflake. Try to get right on that axis so it's right in the middle. Okay? And you might want to embellish a couple more things, like I might want to drag a segment down here. You're going to have to play with it and see what you really like. I'll drag a segment down here. Okay. And I might want to pull that one in because he's sticking out a little bit. Come on. Okay. Well, this is all great, but what I need to do is reflect it on the vertical axis. So I'm going to select it all. I'm going to go up to Object, Transform, Reflect. I want to reflect it on the vertical axis. Hit Copy. Now it looks like a mess, but just go down to your arrows and just move your left arrow, scoot the whole thing over till it lines up. Okay, now I have a perfect reflection of the one I did. So now, if I want to make a snowflake out of it, I'm going to select it all. I'm going to go over to this button right down here, hold it down. You'll see rotate, reflect. I want rotate. Hit your Option key with your left finger, click the center of rotation, which is where your rulers intersected, and a 60-degree angle is what the rotation angle would be, and hit copy. And now don't do anything, don't select anything, just go Command D, 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 because that's duplicating it all the way around. And voila, you have one snowflake ready to go. So you can play with different ideas, play with different objects. The main thing is, say I like my snowflake, what I'm going to have to do is I have to make sure that it's outlined. So the step after you find a design you like is to select everything, go up to Object, Path, Outline Stroke. Okay, Outline Stroke. And it looks like it's all overlapping, it's all a mess. And what I need to do is I need to join everything. So on the far right, let's find it. Yours might be different. Pathfinders. You want to find where your pathfinder is. And the first one up here, there it is right there, is Unite. Okay, so I want to unite all those strokes. And you can see it just outlined it, so it made a snowflake so that I can have it cut out. So there's my snowflake. I'm going to select it all again. I'm going to go up to the stroke, make sure the first box is the red slash. The second box is black. And the stroke weight, oops, where'd you go? The stroke weight needs to be 0.0001. Okay? And when you do that, it's going to look very faded, which is perfect. And I don't want to have my rulers anymore, so I go up to View, and I'm going to hide my rulers. They should go away. Go away, rulers. Okay. We can hide the guides, okay, because we moved them. There they go. They're my guides. So there's my snowflake. So it's ready to go. So the way you want to do this is you want to save this. Now this is the tricky part. Save it as PDF. Make sure you have your name up here. Don't touch anything else. Just go to PDF. Okay? PDF, save PDF. And then you have to go through the bit.ly, bit.ly, capital M3 little make, and then drop it in the makerspace and say that it's going to be on cardstock, and this is going to be laser cut, and then you can choose a color. So that's how you make a snowflake. And you can play. There are a lot of different ways to do it. Okay? Hopefully that gets you started.